thank everybody for coming. I want to thank the Upana, Fanny, Rapayim for enabling us to use this place that was a second home for Tzipi. When I see and look out and I see all of her friends and all the relatives and not a dry eye in the house. Yeah. Davi, thank you very much for that movie. It was an unbelievable job in a very short amount of time. It was really magnificent. You should have hatzlacha with everything you do. A Yahrezteit and Askara, 1 year. The expression, time flies, can truly be comprehended only with age. Yom Shekulo Shabbat, a day that is all Shabbat, or every day is Shabbat. As one gets older, time appears to fly faster. There seems to be less weekdays in the middle of the week, making Shabbat faster and faster until there's only Shabbat. Yom Shekulo Shabbat. Only a year ago, Fern Sapara Fega Bat Levi, my college sweetheart, my wife of 45 years, passed away. We belonged to the Forest Hills Jewish Center where Fern's Aunt Barbara had long been a member. There we expanded our social life as members of the Young Marrieds Club of the Shul, making lifelong friends like Yehuda and Shelley Goldfeder. One of our grandchildren is named after him. That year, my grandma Ida, who we fondly called Babi Chayabatya, took ill with cancer. And in treating her at my mother's home, she managed to influence us and extract promises, commitments from us, me to be more observant. Fern, though not initially interested, joined with me to keep a consistent lifestyle for the children, living now as observant Jews. Our first child was born the night that Shiva for my grandmother was over, and we were able to name her Chayabatya after my dear, wonderful mother's mother. When Zev, our second child, was born, the apartment was too small, and we searched for a neighborhood that would be auspicious for us, that would be good for us to grow in Torah and observance. We selected Far Rockaway and found a home on a quiet street with great neighbors surrounded by wonderful synagogues and yeshivot. Fern was a practical adapter. I dreamed, and she, once sold on the idea, moved to implement the idea practically, lending stability to her dreamer husband. My dreams became her dreams, but without her, I don't know if those dreams could have been achieved. From the start, I was freed from nearly all domestic responsibilities, from housework and cleaning. I had my realm, my world, and Fern had hers, and she helped me be better at mine. She was proud of my learning and professional growth. The expression, Beito Zoishto, that the woman makes the home and is the home, is so true. She was practical, she was always positive, always found friends. She did what she had to do, when she had to do it, without fanfare. She did the expected, she did it well, she never complained. Our family grew, our responsibilities grew, and Fern took it in stride. A loving wife, a loving mother, a loving daughter and granddaughter. Our leisure was divided between enjoyment alone or with friends, time with our children, time with our family. We both had a Zionist background, feeling Israel to be the Jewish homeland, and Israel was high on our vacation list. From my 6-day war visit, I always harbored a desire to live in Israel. Now observant, every Siddur or Tanakh encounter with Eretz Yisrael's mentioning awakened and strengthened my resolve, my desire to move. On our visits, I would try to see how we could live here. Meanwhile, Fern left teaching to work with me at Five Town Homes and was a top sales agent. She was personable. She had vision to match people to homes and the skill to take from them an offer and negotiate and make the sale. In 1987, Aliyah to Israel became for me a burning obsession. Once again, Fern, ever the supportive wife, agreed to move. We analyzed the move from every angle. I asked Reb Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, who advised if we were going to move here, we needed to ignore the Malach HaCheshbon, the angel of calculation, and to trust in God, not calculations, that in the end it would work. This story is found in Reb Yossi Eliyahu's book on Reb Shlomo Zalman Auerbach. Fern waited online to get a bracha from the Lubavitcher Rebbe for the move, and he gave her his blessing with $3 for Fern's concerns, finding the right neighborhood, one for finding the proper yeshivas for the children, and one for Panasah. We spent the first 2 years acclimating in Har Nof, but looking to sink roots, we explored many communities and decided on Beit El. It resonated in both of us, and we knew we had come to the right place, and we found home here among our friends, among you. We spent, while perhaps it would have been better had Fern gone initially to Ulpan to learn Hebrew, she was practical. She concerned herself with being the Eshet Chayil par excellence and helping her children adapt too. God fortunately provided her with a gym teaching position at Raya despite her little Hebrew, and she endeared herself to several generations of her students. She also taught aerobics regularly to the women of Beit El and gave private fitness training lessons. While we began with much in common, there was always that many more things that we didn't have in common. I was sloppy to her neat. I was not organized to her being organized. I couldn't cook and clean to her top cleaning and top cooking. A relationship takes some years to fine-tune and requires constant nourishment. We never went to bed angry. We went to bed saying Shema together and waking up together with Moda Ani. Fern overcame many tests and challenges and always came up better and stronger for them. She was never bitter. She never regretted her life's lot. She made the best of every situation. It was the classic Sameach B'chalko, a person happy with her portion in life. She was proud of us and proud of where we all were. She loved life. She loved her family. She loved you, her friends. She loved Eretz Yisrael and she loved her home. She felt so fortunate to be living in Beit El, knowing its role, knowing its many appearances in the Tanakh. It gave our lives additional meaning. This could be found in the New York Times bestseller, Walking the Bible. The author came to visit me, but I was working, and there's a 3-page interview with Fern, where she expresses clearly her pride and her love of Eretz Yisrael and Beit El. Time and time again, through any challenge, through any curveball or adversity, Fern plowed through with chin up, a smile, a prayer, cuddling her husband, cuddling her children in her arms. With her first encounter with cancer in 1992, a rare, deadly leiomyosarcoma, her mettle was tested. She took on an even healthier lifestyle and became a Tehillim Psalm sayer, pouring out her heart to Hashem. We had a new cancer-free start on life and a greater appreciation for life's finiteness, which enhanced our appreciation of everything and everyone. Every year that passed was another gift. In the fall of 2015, we discovered a new, different kind of cancer, a melanoma. We acted as quickly as possible and thought that we were beyond harm's way, based upon the then doctor's prognosis after surgery and testing. We hoped that they had caught it all. Our next challenge was to get to the first follow-up 6 months later. It was August of 2016. Tests from the first follow-up discouragingly showed that the cancer had reappeared aggressively and extensively. We searched for the best doctors, best treatments, and pushed for the earliest appointments. While I was cautiously hopeful, I realized the deadly and rapid lethal potential course of this melanoma cancer. The prognosis of stage 4 survival rates were very low. Only 15% survived 5 years. Faced with the possibility that my beloved Fern may not have more than weeks, months, alavai 5 years, the expression of till 120 became a low likelihood. We would have been happy with 5 years, which at that point felt like a long time. I never let on to Fern what the low end of the prognosis showed and always tried to be encouraging, hoping that proper treatment, prayer, and positive attitude would put us on the high end of the prognosis. My deep thanks to my brother-in-law Izzy, who was able to get Fern to read Reb Shalom Arusha's Sefer, A Garden of Gratitude, and Fern internalized the book and she became the epitome of a grateful chassid of Hashem. It gave her an inner strength to go through her ordeal. She battled as Fern always battled in a positive, happy, practical, strong way. We owe so much gratitude to the family, to the friends, to the neighbors who were there for us when we needed it the most. Fern, except for the last 3 to 4 weeks of her cancer fight, was asymptomatic. She didn't show signs of the cancer, and while perhaps she was more tired than usual, she continued fully with her life, with her responsibilities, with her jobs. We treasured that much more every visit with our children, with our friends, with our family. Every day was treated as if it were our last. I tried to take photo after photo. It was too unbelievable to me to think that my wife, my love, the one I grew up with, and who helped me grow and grow up, might soon not be with me, with us. We, the family, struggled like lions to keep Fern alive, hoping that treatments would extend her life, but her decline was a rapid 3 weeks. The final battle occurred just after we celebrated our 45th anniversary with our children. The decline was incredibly fast thereafter. She lost strength. She became paralyzed on her left side. She lost the ability to speak. We tried our utmost to get her the best treatment, to get the doctors and nurses at Hadassah to be on top of things when they had already given up on her. We took her home feeling that we could care for her there faster and more lovingly. And if there were no improvements for her final journey, that it should be comfortable for her. We all gave our 24-hour, all hoping beyond logic effort that somehow, even with a sword hanging over her, that maybe we could save Fern. Fern never showed bitterness to Hashem for her situation. She accepted it. She found great comfort and serenity in Rav Arish's Garden of Gratitude. She was overwhelmed by the community's evening of saying Tehillim and all the mitzvot that were taken on by so many in her behalf. After a 2-week struggle at home when we ran the best, most loving hospital for Fern, the signs of imminent death appeared. One is never really ready for the end, not when it comes suddenly, not when it comes with advance notice. It is never enough. One always wants more. I said the vidui with Fern, kissed and hugged her. It was our last hug, our last kiss. The children sang beautifully Torah songs, and there in her home, surrounded by her family, her husband, children, dear sister Andrea, among those who loved and adored her, in an environment of kedusha and holiness, she took her last, by now labored breath, and passed on to the next world, where she would be cancer-free, where she would rejoin her family and her friends that are no longer with us, and bask in the light of the Shekhinah divine, Hashem's divine presence. My gratitude to our children and our family for their love and support. My gratitude to our friends to Beit El. You have hosted us, you have given us so much of your love. My dear mother continues to be my light and shining example of love, goodness, kindness, positive mental attitude. May she live and well, may you be well, ad mea v'esrim. There is never a cessation of love, of longing, of grief. Perhaps it's a little less raw after a year, but only a little teeny bit. As a realist, having been married to a realist, I realize that there is no going backwards, there is only going forward. Uvacharta b'chayim, the Torah points us to choose life. So we consolidate our memories, we join together to remember the good times, and we thank Hashem that while our relationship did not last longer, it lasted as long as it did. We are so proud of our children and our grandchildren. I know that Fern will be part of our family consciousness, and we continue to follow in her fine example to make her proud of us. Fern was the glue, and I hope that we will find the maturity and the wisdom to keep the family lovingly glued together even in her absence. I bless you that you should be thankful to God and appreciate all His blessings, to look at the cup half full and not half empty, to accept the challenges that are sent us knowing that we are not challenged beyond our capacity to endure and to overcome them, to let go of the bad stuff, the bad memories, the grudges that hold us back from enjoying the daily blessings. Life is short, and it's only the work of the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, that we fall prey to negativity. Look for the good in everyone, love yourself, love others, do the best you can, make the best of things. Ima, Fern wants her children and grandchildren to be happy, successful, close, and loving. For us to be Shomrei Torah, keepers of the Torah and mitzvot, that is her desire, and we do the right thing for ourselves, and we will be true to her memory and make her happy by fulfilling those desires. The activities at Raya, where Fern taught for 2 decades, taking on mitzvot, acts of chesed, kindness, providing food to the soldiers, a day of health awareness, donating here to cancer needy, strengthens us and gives us comfort. It shows us that she is remembered not only by us, but by the community that she was so dedicated to and loved so much, and Raya, the home that was her second home. That she had an impact and still has an impact on others. It shows us what one person can do in life. May her memory be for a blessing and her neshama have an aliyah. Fern, Ima, we love you so, we miss you so. We thank you for your self-sacrifice, for always giving everything your all. And the Neshama should have an aliyah. Thank you very much for your patience.
We'll finish with a siyum for a real aliyah for Eve's Neshama.
Baruch Hashem, there's so much beauty, so much good in Beit El. And one of the things that I was fortunate to tap into are wonderful friends, learned friends, who were kind enough to give me their time and become my chavrutot. And there was always a balance between desiring to learn more and to spend more time with them, and to spend time with the family, and to spend time with Fern. And Fern was always proud of the learning that I did and I accomplished. One of my chavrutot, Moshe Brody, we started to learn while Fern was alive, Moed Katan. I thought it was very nice that we'd be learning about Chol HaMoed and celebrating. I didn't realize that the last chapter was about Avelut, and while Fern was alive for the beginning of it, for the Chol HaMoed, she wasn't around for the end of it, for the part about Hilchot Avelut. So, the Ilui Nishmata. The last Mishnah, B'Rosh Chadashim, on the different Rosh Chodeshes, and on Chanukah, B'Purim, Ma'anot u'metamchot. So then, we're allowed to do different kinds of forms of mourning on Rosh Chodesh, Chanukah, and Purim. We can bewail and we can beat, but we're not allowed to lament. What is lamenting? Lamenting appears to be something that is more severe, where someone, a woman, says something, a pasuk, and everybody else repeats after her. I guess the power of woman's prayer is that which comes into bearing. So it says there's a pasuk, and teach your daughters wailing, and everyone her neighbor lamentation, from Yirmiyahu. But for the future it says, he will swallow up death forever. The Lord God will wipe away tears from all faces. Mitzvot give us border. Mitzvot give us boundaries. Mitzvot tell us how to live our life. And there's a boundary to everything, including how much one can mourn a person and what becomes too much mourning. Because you don't want to become morose. There's life goes on, and we realize that for an Ima is in the Shemaim, Gan Eden, and this is the way of the world. Vayerev, Vayevoker, there was evening, there was morning, there was evening, there was morning. At any rate, I never thought that this Gemara would be finished in time for her Yahrezteit. At any rate, to do the Hadran. Hadran alach Masechet Moed Katan, Hadran alan Datan alach Masechet Moed Katan, V'datach alan Lo Nitnashei Minach Masechet Moed Katan, V'lo Titnashei Minan, Lo Ba'al Mahadein, V'lo Ba'al Mahadate, Yehi Ratzon Lo Fanecha, Amnai Ohenu V'Elevotenu, Shetei Toratcha, Umanutenu, Ba'olam Hazeh, Utei Imanu Lalam Haba. Chanina bar Papa, Rami bar Papa, Nachman bar Papa, Achai bar Papa, Abba, Mari bar Papa, Rafram bar Papa, Rachish bar Papa, Surcha bar Papa, Ada bar Papa, Daro bar Papa. Ha'arav na Adonai Eloheinu et divrei Toratcha befinu fifiyot Amcha Beit Yisrael v'niyeh kulanu anachnu v'tzetzainu v'tzetzei tzetzei Amcha Beit Yisrael kulanu yodei shemecha v'lomdei Toratecha l'shma Mevei techakmenu mitzvotecha ki l'olam hi li b'tamim b'chukecha leman lo evash l'olam lo eshkach b'chudecha kivam chitani Baruch atah Adonai lamdeini chukecha amen 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 sela va'ed modim anachnu lefanecha Adonai Eloheinu v'Elokei Avotenu shesamta chalkeinu miyoshvei beit hamidrash V'lo samta chalkeinu miyoshvei kranot, she'anu mashkimim v'hei mashkimim. Anu mashkimim l'divrei Torah, v'hei mashkimim l'dvarim b'telim. Anu amelim v'hei amelim, anu amelim u'makablim schar, v'hei amelim v'einu u'makablim schar. Anu ratzim v'hei ratzim, anu ratzim l'chai olam haba, v'hei ratzim l'v'er shachat, shenemar v'ata Elohim, toridem l'v'er shachat, anshe damim, Umirma lo yechatzu yemehem v'ani eftach bach. Yiratzom lo fanecha arnau hai. Kshem she'azartani l'sayem mesechet moed katan. Kein tazreini lahadchil mesechtot u'svarim acherim u'l'saymam וללמוד וללמד, לשמור ולעשות ולקיים את כל דברי תלמוד תורתך באהבה. וזכות כל התנאים והאמורים ותלמידי חכמים יעמוד לי ולזרי, שלא תמוש התורה מפי ומפי זרי וזרע זרי עד עולם. והתקיים בי והתהלך תנחה אותך, בשכבך תשמור עליך, והקיצות היא תשיחך. כי וירבו ימיך ויוסיפו לך שנות חיים, אורך ימים בימינה ושמאלה, עושר וכבוד. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. קדש רבנו. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה. בעלמא דברך רותי, בעלמא די הוא עתיד להתחדה, ליחיה, מתיה וסקה, יתון לחיי עלמא, למבני קרתא דיושלם, ולשחלה החלה, בגבת למקר, פולחונה נוכרה מן ערה, ולטבה פולחנה דיושמיה לאתרי וימנה קודשא בריחו, ומלכותי וקרי ויעצמה פוקני בקריאת משיחי, לחי יכול וביום יכול ובחי את כל בית ישראל, בגל זמן קריב ימרו אמן, יהי שמי רבה ובורך לעולם יומיים. יתברך וישתבח ויתפעם ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי קודשה בריחו, ליום כל בחתה ושבתה תשוחתה נחמתה, תמירם בימיו אמן. על ישראל ועל רבן ועל תלמידיהם ועל כל תלמידי תלמידיהם ועל כל מהדסים רייתא דיבה אתרא קדישא דין ודיבה כל אתר ואתר, יהי להון ולכון שלום רב אחינו חסד רחמים, וחיים אריכין זוני ופריחי, ופוקנם מקדם ובהון לשמי ויערים רומין, יהי שלום רב שמי וחיים טובים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ורומין. ועושה שלום במרום אבהו ברחמיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן.
תודה רבה.
Thank you so very much for coming.